So let's talk about Chinese business peculiarities, and we will start with entering the room. In China, people usually enter the room in hierarchical order, so be careful because they will assume that the first of you walking in the room is head of the delegation. Also, there are no specific rules in China for dressing, but during business meeting, both women and men should wear conservative suits without bright colors because they are considered inadequate. As for greetings and conversation, handshakes are common in China, but you should wait for the Chinese counterpart to initiate the gesture. And regarding titles of courtesy, most people should be addressed with a title followed their last name. Careful to not to use comrade unless you are a community communist, of course. As for the conversation and body language, in Chinese culture, the question "Have you eaten?" or "Where have you been?" Are pleasantries equivalent of the traditional "How are you?" in English-speaking countries. Try to avoid political related discussions such as Chairman Mao or Cultural Revolution or Taiwan or Tibet questions or human rights and animal treatment. You should start from welcome topics. There are themes about China, such as art, scenery, landmarks, or climate or geography, so you can mention your travel experience. Chinese are not so direct, so if your Chinese counterpart says something like not a big issue or the problem is not serious, they usually mean that this problem is serious or there are still problems. So be careful. Also, body language and movements are things that you have to be constantly conscious of during the meeting. And as mentioned, you have to stay calm and collected and controlled. About business meetings and practices, punctuality is vital, so being late is a serious offense in Chinese business culture. Chinese prefer to establish a strong relationship before closing a deal, so you might have to meet several times to achieve your objectives. And also, Chinese business people will expect you to be well prepared for the meeting, so preparedness. And you should make sure to have at least 20 copies of your proposal to achieve handing out. When the meeting is finished, you're expected to leave before your Chinese counterparts. As for the gifts, cards, and presents, exchanging business cards is a common practice, so you um, should make sure to bring plenty of it. Give your card using two hands and ensure that the Chinese side is facing the recipient. Receive your card attentively and examine it for a few moments to Chinese counterpart. Make sure that you are paying attention to it. Do not bring presents because the official policy in China mm, forbids gifts because of the bribery, which is illegal in this country. But if you were very interested in it, if you really want to give gifts, you should make sure that they are not expensive, of course. As for the business meals in China, if you are invited to a business meal, you should wait for the sitting because there are a sitting protocol based on hierarchy. Do not discuss business during the meal, and you can be afraid of some dishes such as scorpions, snake skin, or I don't know what. May come your way, and they're considered in China as premium delicacies. So don't be afraid of it. It is also important um, to know how much to eat, and leaving an empty dish or not touching the food is offensive is in China. And don't be startled if everyone starts slurping and belching because they're signs of enjoyment while eating. If you are invited for drinks, you have to go because of building a personal relationship during your business in China. Sadly or not, it is a part of Chinese culture. The drinking culture, so it is existing in this country. Also, Also, it might happen that you are invited by your Chinese counterpart to test your ability to handle alcohol, especially baijiu. It is compared to airline fuel. This is a really powerful drink. So if you go for it, you should make sure to eat something beforehand, or find a good excuse, like a medical one, to avoid it. And I think I should admit that the given tips in China is generally considered an insult. So don't do it. And thanks for your attention.